Hi everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new DC Comics Multiverse Justice League movie 6-inch Superman and Wonder Woman figures from Mattel. Now these figures come packaged in the same style packaging we've been seeing with all the DC Multiverse figures. You've got the boxes with the black and red highlights. Up at the top you've got the Justice League movie logo, then you've got the DC Comics Multiverse logo. The figures are clearly displayed in the window boxes, and then down below you have images of the characters from the movie, their name, and then it tells us that these figures come with pieces for the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect figure. On the sides of the packaging you again have images of the characters from the movies and brief bios in multiple languages. And then on the back of the packaging you have a look at all the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect figure. Alright, let's get these open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figures outside the packaging along with their other contents. Now the only accessories that Superman comes with are two pieces for the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect figure. He comes with both the head and the waist section for Steppenwolf, and then Wonder Woman comes with the right arm for Steppenwolf. And I'll be taking a look at Steppenwolf in his own review once we've looked at all the figures in this wave, so be sure to check back for that. And then Wonder Woman also comes with her magic lasso, and this is done with a flexible gold type plastic. You've got this gold metallic paint and the lasso is all rolled up, you can't unroll it or anything. And then you also get her sword. This is the same sword that we saw with the Wonder Woman Toys R Us exclusive version. You've got the black handle with the gold trim, and then you've got some sculpting detail on the blade. But this is basically the same accessories that we got with that Toys R Us version. And then for the sword, you've got a loop on her harness that you can slide the sword into, and then you've got another loop over here that you can put the lasso in, and with this one you can actually unclip that loop. So this is the same kind of harness piece that again we saw with the Toys R Us exclusive version. And it's probably best just to put the lasso on there because there's really not much else you can do with the lasso. With the sword, she can hold the sword in both the right or the left hand, and she does hold it nice and tight. Okay, so for the Wonder Woman figure itself, this is a nice looking figure, but again, if you have that Toys R Us exclusive from the Wonder Woman movie line, this is essentially the exact same figure. There's very little to almost no difference between the two figures. The hair on the new figure, the Justice League one, is maybe a little bit darker, but otherwise this is almost identical. So basically they just repackaged that Toys R Us exclusive figure in the new Justice League movie box. But if you have that figure, there's really no need for this new one other than to get the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect piece. That's really the only reason why you would need to get this new Wonder Woman figure. Now, like with the Toys R Us exclusive version, this is a vast improvement though over the Batman vs. Superman figure Wonder Woman that they did. The head sculpt looks much more like the actress, and the paint applications overall are much better. So if you missed out on the Toys R Us exclusive because you had the Batman vs. Superman one, then this is a figure that you probably will want to check out because again, this is a vast improvement over that original Wonder Woman figure. And paint applications are good. Again, I think they did a good job with the head sculpt on this one. It looks pretty true to the actress. I like the hair sculpting. The hair is done with a pretty soft plastic. She's got the harness piece that holds the sword and the lasso. She's got the skirt piece, which is done with a vinyl type material, which is flexible. And then she's got the boots, the paint detail with the red and the gold and everything on the boots. For the Superman figure, this is very similar to the Batman vs. Superman version that they released. The only big difference between this one and the previous versions they've released is this one has a soft goods cape, so very similar to the Batman figure that we looked at the other day. They replaced that rubber type vinyl cape with the soft goods one. And I think it looks decent on the figure. I think a soft goods cape works well with Superman, so no complaints there. The face sculpt really still doesn't, it's different from the Batman vs. Superman version. The hair is sculpted a bit different and everything, but still really to me doesn't look much like the actor. So definitely I think they could use work on that. Otherwise though, the figure is decent looking. The Superman symbol on his chest is sculpted on there, and then you've got the dark red and the metallic gold. And then you've got that kind of metallic blue throughout the costume with the sculpting detail. You've got some sculpting on his belt, and then the red on the boots. So overall, like I said, this figure looks very similar to the Batman vs. Superman version. However, you do get the soft goods as opposed to that harder rubber type material. So between these two, Superman is the taller figure, and he stands about 6¼ inches tall. and then Wonder Woman stands just a little bit under 6¼ inches tall. Here's a comparison with the Justice League movie Batman figure, and Batman is the tallest of the three. Here's a comparison with two of the previous Batman vs. Superman figures with the new Justice League movie Superman figure, and these three are about the same height. This is the regular version, and then this was the Toys R Us exclusive version that had the alternate head and has a little bit darker colors. And then here's a comparison of the Justice League Wonder Woman movie figure with the Toys R Us exclusive Wonder Woman movie figure, and then the old Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman figure. And then finally, here's a comparison of the Justice League movie Superman and Justice League movie Wonder Woman with the Batman vs. Superman Aquaman and the Batman vs. Superman Batman figures. For articulation, with the Wonder Woman figure, it's exactly the same as that Toys R Us version from the Wonder Woman movie line. You can turn the head to the left and to the right. She really doesn't have much in the way of up and down movement with the head. Arms attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder so she can get her arm out good. She's got good rotation there. She has a bicep swivel, single hinged elbow, so she can only bend her elbow about that much. She does have rotation there at the elbow and then rotation at the wrist, but no hinges on the hands. She does not have an ab crunch, but she does have a waist swivel. And then the legs are attached with those side hinge joints. However, with the skirt piece, she can only do the splits about that much. And then she can get her leg forward about that much and can do her leg back about that much. She does have a thigh swivel. She has a single hinge knee, so she can bend her knee about that much. And then she has hinges on the feet, so up and down movement with the feet, but no rotation and no ankle pivot. No peg holes on the bottom of the feet for this one. With Superman, he can turn his head to the left and to the right, but he really can't get his head back and forth very much, so that's very disappointing for flight poses. Arms you can get out. You've got the ball hinge joints at the shoulder, have good rotation, has a bicep swivel, single hinged elbow, so he can bend his elbow that much, and then rotation at the wrist, but no hinges on the hands. He does not have an ab crunch, just a waist swivel. He has those side hinge joints for the legs, so he can do the splits good. He can get his leg forward about that much, and then he can only do his leg back about that much. He has a thigh swivel, single hinged knee, so he can bend his knee about that much. And then again, hinges on the feet, but no rotation and no ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I would say with the Wonder Woman figure, it's a vast improvement over the Batman vs. Superman version. It's got a nice head sculpt and paint applications are pretty decent. However, this is essentially the same figure that we got with the Toys R Us exclusive Wonder Woman movie version. So if you do have that figure, I don't really think there's much reason to get this one other than to get the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect piece. With the Superman figure, it is a bit different from the Batman vs. Superman version. You do get the soft goods cape. It does have a different head sculpt, even though I don't think the head sculpt still looks like the actor very much. And so overall, I would say if you have the Batman vs. Superman version, I'm not really sure there's enough different here to warrant getting this one, other than, again, the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect pieces. Now, both of these figures are available now. We'll have a full image gallery up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. There's links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.